didn't get the technical for finger waving, more of come on, let's go, but he did receive a taunting technical earlier.
Well, Dikembe better remember, because one more technical and he's in the locker room early again.
2 technicals for a player means automatic ejection, although official can toss a player on the first technical if it's deemed really out of line, extreme unsportsmanlike,
or very bad play.
Yes, I suppose.
Get out of here, you bum. You stink tonight.
Smith hits 2 free throws. Game tied at 15. A lot of scoring early. Knicks 7 of 10 from the field. Hawks 5 of 7. Johnson taking it to Allen Anderson. Mills wide open for 3. Air ball. Starks right there. Tries to handle it. 4 on the shot clock. It's good. You get the feeling John Starks has the feeling tonight.
Well, what a tribute to his hustle. He just kept moving, and he got lucky because he kept moving. The ball came to him.
And Oakley called for another foul. In his post defense, Mutombo, Jeff Van Gundy's all the way to center court, arguing the call. Knicks over the limit, so Mutombo will shoot.
Very tough job for Charles Oakley tonight. And really, it all depends on the Hawks' decision to keep going to Mutombo. I mean, the guy is so big, 7'2". He plants himself down low, and Charles' style, being as aggressive as it is, will get him in trouble.
So Oakley's 2 fouls will go to the bench. Terry Cummings will come in. Mutombo hits the first. Cummings has played well recently. Actually played well since he's been acquired.
See, the Knicks have to, excuse me, Mike, have to think in terms now of they got 18 fouls to use on Mutombo. Oakley, and you can see Mutombo's position now as the shot block leader in the NBA. Very important statistic and very much a part and a reason for their solid team defense.
Full court pressure here from the Hawks. Charlie Ward against McCasner. Starks makes his move on Smith, but he's fouled on the pass. Only the second team foul on Atlanta. First on Smith, so the Knicks will take it out of bounds.
We started to say, though, the Knicks have 18 fouls to use on Mutombo. You got Oakley, you got Herb Williams, and you've got, of course, Terry Cummings, who just came into the game. So Jeff Van Gundy is just going to have to rotate his guys accordingly.
Ward again penetrates down a lane. Had no one to throw to. Fortunate for Charlie Ward, Ty Corbin deflects it out of bounds with 17 on the shot clock. Ward wanted Cummings to go somewhere else. Game tied at 17, just past the midway point. An illegal defense called against the Hawks there first. Just a warning. The shooting has been incredible. Knicks 8 of 12. Buddy Wilkins Hawks 5 of 7. Hawks don't have a rebound yet, but there haven't been a lot of opportunities when you put the ball in the basket so much.
Tyrone Corbin, who's been a very important offensive member of this team lately, also hasn't taken a shot yet.
Starks and Smith. Cummings and Mutombo. Cummings starting to get some offensive confidence. You can see it in the last several games. Much more aggressive. Shot clock down to 7. Starks fires a 3. That is not a good shot. Ball hits the front of the rim. Cummings the rebound. They did not reset the shot clock, but they should have because it grazed the rim.
John really didn't get a look at the basket, only because he's so familiar with the surroundings. Did it come that close to the basket? But he fired that shot and took a glance as he was already up in the air.
Plus you had 6'8" Steve Smith contesting it very well. Shot clock put up to 21. Starks to Cummings. Cummings makes his move and the pull-up. Harry Cummings puts the Knicks up by 2 with his first field goal. 7 Knicks have already scored.
Solid move for Cummings, who can shoot off the dribble. Big men don't do that automatically.
Knicks now have Mills on Smith. Starks has been switched to Corbin. Smith shooting over Mills, forcing it a bit. Charlie Ward, the rebound in traffic. Knicks look to push. They get a 4-on-2. Ward to Larry Johnson. Those two work very well on the break. And the Knicks have a 4-point lead.
When Smith was lighting it up, Smith, who has the ball down low and works inside, big enough to tip in his own miss as well with some Knicks around him. But when he was tearing it up in their first meeting here, late in the game, the Knicks made an adjustment, put Mills on him, and Mills did a good job. The Knicks have gone to Mills early on Steve Smith now.
Knicks moving the ball, Ward the penetration, finds the open Terry Cummings, who knocks it down again. Charlie Ward really distributing well. He's got 6 assists, and we haven't even played 8 minutes.
Interesting. Right early in this game now, the Knicks are establishing that they can hurt the bigger Hawks inside. And it was a very doubtful situation to think about coming into this game.
Rickander fires away. Both teams continue their incredible shooting. As the Knicks lead is 2 with just under 4 minutes remaining. Starks has Corbin on him. Chris Mills trying to call for the ball against Smith. Shot clock is down to 4. Charlie Ward makes his move. The runner tries the bank and won't go. Corbin the rebound. Hawks come the other way. Hawks not looking to break as much without Mookie Blaylock. Corbin steps up for 3. Ty Corbin from downtown. He's averaging a double figures this year at 10 per game. And as John mentioned earlier, has been shooting from three-point range very well.
Over the last 4 games now, well, he was 11 out of 21 from three-point range coming in tonight. He's really found that shot.
Cummings again left open. This one won't go down. Corbin the rebound. Knicks trailing by 1, 3 minutes remaining in the first. Just joining us, John Starks getting his first start of the season. Allen Houston started at small forward but picked up 2 quick fouls. Knicks trying to poke it away from Henderson, do it a couple of times. I believe we're going to have a foul call. Either way, there's a timeout. Terry Cummings called for the foul. More free throws for the Hawks. Knicks down 1 with 2:46 left. Good friends, drink responsibly, because friends know when to say when. A reminder from your friends at Budweiser. I hope that's a play phone. Please tell me that's a play phone.
Oh, a toy. That must be a toy.
It's got to be. I don't want to think it's anything else.
Mike, it isn't a toy.
Coming up, MSG's coverage of Yankee spring training. Yanks and Royals Saturday afternoon at 1. And then on Sunday, it's the Yankees and Rangers from Legends Field, also 1 o'clock on MSG. And then, of course, on April 1st, the 1998 Major League Baseball season begins. Yanks visit the Anaheim Angels, all coming up on the MSG Network. Please check your local listings. Here in New York, Knicks trailing by 1, 2:46 remaining in the first. Steve Smith already with 7 points. Knicks have been over the limit foul-wise for quite some time. Henderson now will go as Cummings picked up his first. Smith is one of those guys that has fun out there, and I wouldn't say he taunts. He does do a lot of talking to his opponents. Henderson is the first. But he's actually one of the more intelligent players in the league, a very charitable guy. Of course, donated several $1 million to Michigan State a couple of years back.
To be specific, after signing a 7-year, $50 million deal, he donated $2.5 million to the university. The end result was the Clara Bell Smith Student Athlete Academic Center, which is scheduled to open this year. And that was named after his mom, who had passed away. He said, much better than buying my mom a house or a car. Naturally, when she was living, that's the way to keep her memory fresh in his mind.
He's one of the, as mentioned, one of the fun guys to talk to in the league. As Terry Cummings hits another one. Cummings 3 for 4. Knicks trailing by 1, just under 2.5. Henderson with 7 on the shot clock. Smith will certainly take this three-pointer. Mutombo, the offensive rebound, stripped down low. Chris Mills with the good hands. Allen Houston back in the game, finding it open. Chris Mills, and the Knicks back up by 1. Tell you what, Terry Cummings, he was no spring chicken. Cummings at 37 years old, he made that play by pushing it up the floor.
Nicely done, and also the scoring mentality of Allen Houston also has that sacrificing way of thinking as well, a demonstration with that nice pass-off.
Mutombo against Cummings. Cummings talking to Mutombo as he goes across the lane, and then pushes him, and there's going to be a technical foul on Cummings.